heart attack, fast fatal heart impact, past painful scars. In fact, I blast tasteful bars and pass. I back up my actions, fact don't ask, grab reactions, jacked attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused, call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose, pick a new submerged juice. I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now, y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember you're discreet now, get ready for defeat now.
Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kirusho here, and now, before I do continue, Moon Knight. For those of you guys who know who that character is, I've talked about doing a what if Deku on him for a while. And a lot of people really want me to do that, because Moon Knight, he's a bit more of a complicated character. Not only are his origins a little messy, there is exactly his morality. Because let me just summarize it very much like this. There is a fucking revolving door on if he's a good guy or a bad guy. On the scale from Spider-Man to the Punisher, it is throwing itself back and forth in different directions. Because there's nowhere for that to land. Now, that's the easiest way I can explain Moon Knight's personality. And exactly who he is. Moon Knight, he's basically a deranged, psychotic Batman with powers given to him by a god. That's literally it. Now, I'll be real with you guys. This Deku, well, I could remove the god part and just give him a quirk that would substitute it. I feel like there's a good way to do this. So for right now, I'll be keeping that part out of this, and if I do put it back, I'll put it back sort of the way I might do this. Since for right now, it's just going to be a figment of his imagination. Now, with that being said, Izuku Midoriya's parents, they were not very good people. They were very well deep in the underworld. And whenever they tried to get out, they were both killed. Izuku Midoriya, their son, it happened right in front of him. And whenever they discovered that he existed, the initial thought was just to put him down and leave him. However, there was actually potential there. While the boy was the son of Hisashi Midoriya, there was the fact that his powers, they were somewhat good. The kid, yeah. They could just use him for something. Just, hey, here is a free person we have in our ranks now. So, we'll just keep him for this. We can raise him and he can become a good enforcer. Since Midoriya, or Hisashi, was a good hitman. Now, Midoriya grew up and eventually one day, whenever he was a lot older, he started to show that he wasn't right in the head. He was a few screws loose. Now, Midoriya, he started to act out in a certain way. And whenever he seemed to even himself back out, there was actually the appearance of somebody new in the underworld. And he started to take out operations. And the way he did it, at first people thought that he was a hero. However, there was whenever people started to turn up dead. And this guy, he was pointed at. A lot of people thought that this guy, he was just murdering them, killing them off. And for a minute, people thought it might just be gang violence. Now, we'll actually pick up with Izuku, as currently, he's sitting down to dinner with a few people within the family. And he is going on about a few things. Alright. So, from my understanding, the operation's gone good. Gone good? It's gone great. Besides, we don't know who this guy is, but he's doing some pretty damn good stuff. He's taking out other people, he's taking out other operations. We're getting more business, so for right now, let's leave him alone. Leave him alone? Are you sure about that? Why are you complaining, Izuku? One of the voices in his head is going to state. As the other one does talk about how, isn't it right to complain? Both of you shut up. Come on, Izuku. Right now, they're not focused on us. I mean, besides, wouldn't it be easy to take him out right now? Just flip the table. Do it. Come on. Mm, I'd have to agree. I mean, the steak knife right there would work pretty good. They give someone gripping the knife a bit tighter, as he's cutting into a steak. Him putting a piece of it in his mouth and going to chew, as he's going to think about how, right now, he'd rather enjoy this. And the family, they haven't wronged him yet. They are still on his shit list. But hey, they give him some good money, and he's not going to fuck up a good thing. Now, somebody that's going to at least try and get Deku's attention, since he was clearly elsewhere in the conversation. Now, Deku is going to look up. What is it? I asked for your input. Oh, um, about? Were you not even focusing, kid? Not really, no. I was tired. I'm just trying to think about a lot of stuff. I had an assignment that was running late. Now, we do cut back to last night, where Deku, he was at a warehouse, and he was in costume. Now, Deku, whenever he arrived, there were people making a bit of a deal, trying to sell guns and a lot more weapons for a good sum of cash. Now, Deku, he saw the explosives, and the moment he saw C4, he knew that this place needed to be brought down. Take him out right here and now and stop something from happening. And Deku, he just went to go do one simple thing. Pulled the gun from his waistband, aim, and fireworks! Now, the car exploded, and whenever it did so, people thought that they were being attacked. There was a loud gunshot, then boom. Now, at first it was thought that the building was surrounded by a rival gang. However, whenever the lights started to cut out, there was the fact that that was seen as not the right option. Since we do cut to a man, who currently he is staying there with his friends. The lights are cutting out one by one, and he's looking around. Where are they? Where are they? Shit. Okay. Now, something does come flying out from the darkness. As whenever it does, there is where it does go flying through the air and smashing directly into the man's shoulder. Him actually being hit by a crescent moon blade. As whenever he does fall to the ground and scream, people do go to start looking towards his way, as more knives do come flying through the air. And whenever that does happen, there is actually Deku, who he does gonna jump down and smash directly into the back of a guy's head. The guy going to fall forwards and hit the ground. As Deku does gonna look around, him bring up his guns and going to start firing. Whenever he does run out of ammo, he does try to use his cape to keep himself concealed, since if they shoot it towards his cape, they're not going to hit him. Now, Deku, he was running around taking these guys out. Him actually going to dodge out of the way of bullets as he's going to come down. Him coming back up with a very heavy uppercut, before he does directly grab the man's gun out of his hand. Now, Deku is going to reach out back towards the guy, grabbing him as he's at least going to throw and turn his body, using him as a human shield. Now, after the guy does get fired into, there is actually where Deku, he doesn't bring up the gun. Him going to directly pull down onto the triggers as he's going to hold it. Him firing directly into a vehicle as he does start moving to the right, and hitting into a few other vehicles and people. Now, Deku is going to rush forwards whenever people think he's out of ammo. And Deku, whenever he does go to rush forwards, he does go to bend down. Him, whenever the light does go to flicker, reaching and grabbing a gun. Him throwing it under his cloak as he's at least throw out the other one. Now, a lot of people, they were trying to focus. Whenever the lights started to flicker and cut out, they tried to move to the areas that had more light. Since this place, it's almost entirely dark. And moving into the light is the only place he'd be safe from the sky. Since once he's in pitch black, there's no way to see him. Now, Deku he rushed forwards. And a guy he doesn't bring his hand to use his gun. There is where something does happen. There is where he does go to throw up the gun and go to try and fire. Whenever he does so, a knife does go flying into the air. This being where the bullet does ricochet off the knife. And Deku, he does go rushing forwards with the weapon in his hand. Him pulling it backwards and stabbing directly into the guy. As whenever he does so, the guy, yeah. He has the barrel of a gun go directly through his abdomen. And Deku, he does go to reach up and grab towards the guy. Him grabbing onto his tie as he does go to start pulling the trigger. Now, the guy, this is very painful for him. Deku, he does start to mow down his friends while using them as a shield. And right now, his friends are both horrified and scared shitless. This guy has no qualms against killing, and clearly he will kill them. And right now, a few of the survivors, they do try to run off. As somebody, they do try to run out of the warehouse and get away, since right now there are police on the way. Now, when police do arrive, there is actually where Deku, he doesn't drop the gun. And the guy, he is not at all alive. Now, Deku is going to see cops, they do start looking towards him. As the light left in the warehouse, it's still on. And Deku, he is going to look around. Him seeing a cop as they do someone bring up their gun. As the light is going to go out and flash. Before it is going to turn back on, and Deku, he isn't there anymore. Now, with that we do cut back to the top of a building, where Deku, he currently is sitting down and thinking about what's going to happen. Okay, this is good. This is easy. Right now things are alright. What do you guys think? I'd say that right now we're doing good. I'd say that this is all good. Their operations have been disrupted. Other than that, there is not really much else to do. If we're able to connect the case, then that's fine. Do our own work. Take them out and focus on a bit more. That's right. But what about our own family? Personally, I don't think we should be involved in any of this bullshit. Noted. Anyways, what do you actually think? Oh, you're actually asking my opinion. Are you sure you want to do that? Sadly, you're me, so yes. Okay. Don't get involved. Go back to the family. Sit down, relax, and eat something good. Maybe, go to a bar? Noted. Anyways, Zuko. Oh, sorry. Like I said, last night was a bit late. I'm a little hungover. Come on, kid. You're always out for drinks with somebody, aren't you? Hey, little Zuko's a bit of a playboy, what can we say? Sure. I mean, did I put my tie on right this morning? You did. So, did the girl do that for you, or did you actually learn how to do it right? I'll let you decide. Now, Deku, he does go to somewhat point out. He does somewhat disagree with these issues, and these ones that are, right now, the problem. And he thinks that for right now, the person who is doing this, they actually might be, well, not on their side, but they haven't disrupted any of their operations, have they? No, kid, they haven't. But right now, we're thinking that that's because they don't know any of our operations. Cut to inside Deku's head. Beg to fucking differ. Now, there is actually where the other voice is trying to calm them down, talking about how they need to shut up. He's trying to concentrate. Are we allowed to do that? Yes. Right. I mean, could it be that for right now, we're just getting lucky? Kid, I don't like luck. Besides, what do you mean by that? I mean, clearly they don't know anything. So right now we should go as business as usual up until something happens. Do you really believe that? Are you just gonna hope they don't attack us? Um, hope is a bit of a strong word. So you're going off of blind faith? Not exactly. Okay, so what are you going off of? I mean, I can't really tell you. You can't or won't, kid. If you got some information that would be helpful, it'd be nice to know. Otherwise, you might as well not have come out with us. Besides, I let you sit here today because I thought it would be nice to talk to you. Get your opinion. You're a smart kid, you know? Right, right. Listen, I'm just thinking, that's all. And, Izuku, you're not paid to think, you're paid to do. You asked for what I thought about it, and I'm telling you what I think. Right now, our operations are all secure, right? We have no leaks. We have no rats. Everything's going fine. And right now, if our operations are good, if something's perfect, don't fuck with it, alright? Don't mess with it. That's all I'm saying. Right now, we know who we can trust, and we know who we can't. Any of our contacts that are in business or in bed with the other families, we should avoid. That's all I'm saying. Besides, if you're asking my opinion, at least actually let me say something about it. Well, looky here. Kid finally put on his big boy pants and found his balls. Fuck off. Huh, there he is. Now, is that all you had to say? Yes, it's all I had to say. I was just trying to work up to it. But clearly, you don't want me to think about it. You just want me to say what I think. Now he's getting it. Alright, well, I'm gonna go then. Now, Deku is gonna stand up. As everybody's gonna turn and leave, he does try to think about what he needs to do. Okay, so, guys, ideas? Well, I think if they're worried about operations, go after their biggest rival. And show that, well, you're not really after them. Then maybe lay low for a while? Actually go to a bar? That's strange hearing that from you. Yeah, actually, I'm kind of a bit more curious about that as well. Usually, I'm the one who gets ignored. Besides, aren't you the voice of reason? I am. But think about it. If we go take down the biggest rivals after this conversation, it could be seen as weird. We don't have any involvement in them. He's not after us. The day before their rivals get attacked. The boss doesn't believe in coincidences. Well, he can believe, well, in what? Luck? Coincidences are not something he does deal with. They're not something that he does like. So Izuku might get a spotlight on him. So, how about this? Lay low for a few days, then take them out. Maybe take out at least one or two more people connected to this. Or at least a bigger supplier. Someone who they're connected with that is associated with other organizations. Okay. That's a lot more doable. Now, Deku, he would go back to his place. Whenever he does so, he does wait. As for right now, he does talk to a few people. And whenever the time does come, he does get to suit up and leave his place. He knows what he has to do tonight. He has to take them down. And then, maybe, just maybe, if he is in the wrong place at the wrong time, kill the guy who killed his dad. The guy left their family a while back. And Deku, he does still have some resentment towards him. Maybe kill him as Izuku Midoriya, not as the Knight. Now, with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed. to have an amazing day. I'll catch you guys in the next mini shot. And I do hope you guys enjoyed this little preview as to how things might be